Kindly like, subscribe and comment to get daily updates. Finolex Cables Limited. Revenue decreased by 42.11% to 377.12 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 53.31% yearly. Net profit decreased by 31.01% to 44.49 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 54.11% yearly. OPM decreased by 8.82% to 12.42% sequentially and decreased by 14.89% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 31.04% to 2.91 sequentially and decreased by 54.10% yearly. The Ramco Cements Limited. Revenue decreased by 24.86% to 1047.52 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 24.59% yearly. Net profit decreased by 17.77% to 117.50 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 39.64% yearly. OPM increased by 13.17% to 15.04% sequentially and decreased by 25.39% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 16.67% to 5.0 sequentially and decreased by 44.44% yearly. MRF Limited. Revenue decreased by 33.23% to 2,460.70 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 44.96% yearly. Net profit decreased by 98.02% to 13.46 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 95.07% yearly. OPM decreased by 87.14% to 1.06% sequentially and decreased by 88.66% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 98.02% to 31.73 sequentially and decreased by 95.08% yearly. Rajshree Sugars and Chemicals Limited. Revenue decreased by 12.98% to 96.24 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 5.59% yearly. Net profit decreased by 190.77% to 14.88 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 13.72% yearly. OPM increased by 265.42% to -15.46% sequentially and decreased by 8.61% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 190.72% to -5.28 sequentially and decreased by 13.73% yearly. Hindalco Industries Limited. Revenue decreased by 13.76% to 25,283 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 15.64% yearly. Net profit decreased by 206.14% to 709 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 166.70% yearly. OPM decreased by 115.29% to -0.73% sequentially and decreased by 113.84% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 205.98% to -3.19 sequentially and decreased by 166.74% yearly. Voltas Limited. Revenue decreased by 39.19% to 1,270.76 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 52.12% yearly. Net profit decreased by 48.73% to 81.77 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 50.84% yearly. OPM decreased by 17.71% to 9.38% sequentially and decreased by 22.77% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 48.96% to 2.45 sequentially and decreased by 50.90% yearly. Vardhman Polytex Limited. Revenue decreased by 68.44% to 42.79 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 79.08% daily. Net profit decreased by 113.33% to 21.53 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 16.25% daily. OPM increased by 434.68% to -50.32% sequentially and increased by 455.67% daily. Diluted EPS decreased by 113.33% to -9.66 sequentially and increased by 16.25% daily. Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited. Revenue decreased by 98.25% to 0.60 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 99.49% daily. Net profit increased by 45.70% to 45.80 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 25.32% daily. OPM increased by 12,211.57% to -9,408.41% sequentially and increased by 26,477.47% daily. Diluted EPS increased by 45.54% to -9.3 sequentially and increased by 25.34% daily. Glenmark Pharmaceuticals Limited. Revenue decreased by 15.27% to 2,344.79 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 0.94% daily. Net profit increased by 15.31% to 254.04 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 132.47% daily. OPM increased by 36.47% to 14.06% sequentially and increased by 104.30% daily. Diluted EPS increased by 15.24% to 9.0 sequentially and increased by 132.56% daily. Aksh Optifibre Limited. Revenue decreased by 27.16% to 48.83 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 52.06% daily. Net profit decreased by 96.66% to 11.07 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 120.96% daily. OPM increased by 36.75% to -26.07% sequentially and increased by 398.27% daily. Diluted EPS decreased by 96.66% to -0.68 sequentially and increased by 119.35% daily. United Breweries Limited. Revenue decreased by 59.26% to 1,262.82 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 73.18% daily. Net profit decreased by 373.79% to 114.50 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 169.52% daily. OPM decreased by 771.78% to -12.05% sequentially and decreased by 322.07% daily. Diluted EPS decreased by 377.56% to -4.33 sequentially and decreased by 169.50% daily. NTPC Limited. Revenue decreased by 13.27% to 26,194.76 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 1.02% yearly. Net profit increased by 93.53% to 2,948.94 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 3.83% yearly. OPM increased by 3.23% to 15.83% sequentially and increased by 25.05% daily. Diluted EPS increased by 100.00% to 2.92 sequentially and increased by 1.74% daily. Gillanders Arbuthnot and Company Limited. Revenue decreased by 47.39% to 72.29 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 57.90% yearly. Net profit decreased by 26.94% to 14.76 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 5,909.24% yearly. OPM increased by 2.32% to -20.57% sequentially and decreased by 3,539.27% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 26.93% to -6.92 sequentially and increased by 5,666.67% yearly. SUNTV Network Limited. Revenue decreased by 19.34% to 611.51 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 45.93% yearly. Net profit increased by 4.89% to 257.21 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 33.50% yearly. OPM increased by 39.68% to 59.98% sequentially and increased by 15.55% yearly. Diluted EPS increased by 4.98% to 6.53 sequentially and decreased by 33.50% yearly. Kamdhenu Limited. Revenue decreased by 90.84% to 88.13 crore rupees sequentially. Net profit decreased by 22.87% to 1.44 crore rupees sequentially. OPM decreased by 14.55% to 2.20% sequentially. Diluted EPS decreased by 22.86% to 0.54 sequentially. Fortis Healthcare Limited. Revenue decreased by 45.55% to 605.95 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 46.77% yearly. Net profit increased by 355.58% to 187.88 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 340.84% yearly. OPM decreased by 5,527.10% to -34.92% sequentially and decreased by 1,094.36% yearly. Diluted EPS increased by 301.69% to -2.37 sequentially and decreased by 363.33% yearly. LGB Forge Limited. Revenue decreased by 56.66% to 8.06 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 74.75% yearly. Net profit increased by 30.39% to 1.57 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 383.88% yearly. OPM increased by 200.85% to -19.46% sequentially and decreased by 1,224.34% yearly. Diluted EPS increased by 40.00% to -0.07 sequentially and decreased by 275.00% yearly. Sundaram Multipap Limited. Revenue decreased by 20.94% to 14.65 crore rupees sequentially. Net profit decreased by 98.24% to 0.01 crore rupees sequentially. OPM decreased by 97.77% to -0.10% sequentially. Diluted EPS decreased by 100.00% to 0.0 sequentially. VRL Logistics Limited. Revenue decreased by 67.84% to 160.09 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 70.33% yearly. Net profit decreased by 3,031.97% to 62.71 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 328.44% yearly. OPM decreased by 8,058.56% to -52.35% sequentially and decreased by 765.91% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 2,991.67% to -6.94 sequentially and decreased by 328.29% yearly. KEA Limited. Revenue decreased by 72.58% to 23.87 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 76.23% yearly. Net profit increased by 11.19% to 31.94 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 235.93% yearly, and increased by 2,078.81% yearly. Diluted EPS increased by 121.29% to -24.32 sequentially and increased by 234.07% yearly. Chand & Company Limited. Revenue decreased by 78.47% to 71.44 crore rupees sequentially and increased by 16.52% yearly. Net profit decreased by 117.02% to 10.47 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 72.32% yearly. OPM decreased by 130.97% to -12.83% sequentially and decreased by 82.42% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 117.04% to -2.99 sequentially and decreased by 72.34% yearly. Varroc Engineering Limited. Revenue decreased by 53.56% to 1,274.69 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 55.59% yearly. Net profit increased by 125.08% to 308.59 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 452.68% yearly. OPM increased by 566.40% to -30.63% sequentially and decreased by 959.57% yearly. Diluted EPS increased by 123.82% to -22.83 sequentially and decreased by 454.50% yearly. Xpro India Limited. Revenue decreased by 75.50% to 26.24 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 72.85% yearly. Net profit decreased by 813.92% to 12.70 crore rupees sequentially and decreased by 3,090.30% yearly. OPM decreased by 2,327.51% to -37.18% sequentially and decreased by 8,558.66% yearly. Diluted EPS decreased by 811.92% to -10.75 sequentially and decreased by 3,086.11% yearly.